What's up everyone, it's Tyranitar2 and welcome back to another Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire video. Like I said in my last video, with the release of the Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire demo, hackers are discovering new things that are to exist in the full games. The demo is a modified version of Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, so anything that exists in the demo has to be in the full version. Just remember that this will contain spoilers on Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and may change before the full games are released. Let's start off with this. Remember this thing? It was confirmed to have a connection to the mythical Pokemon Hoopa and was speculated to either be a Mega Evolution or a new form. Personally, having such a major appearance change, gaining only 80 base stat points and retaining the Magician ability that renders useless on any Mega Pokemon, I was sure that it was a new form. And through further hacking, it was found that Hoopa can actually transform into this by using a key item on it, confirming that it is in fact a new Hoopa form. Its cry is definitely terrifying, and to make things worse, this thing is apparently 21 feet tall and weighs over 1,000 pounds. Its new signature move, Hyperspace Fury, which has a base power of 100 and can never miss, appears to lower your defense with each use. But with Hoopa's terrible defense, that shouldn't even be a problem. Moving on, more on Primal Reversion was revealed. From what was dumped, it appears that Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon are the only Primal Pokemon in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. If you remember back in the original Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire games, there were two key items known as the Red Orb and the Blue Orb that played a big role in the story of the games. And in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the Jade Orb was introduced for Rayquaza to give all three legends an orb. Now in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, the Red and Blue Orbs are now held items, with the Jade Orb remaining as a key item. The Red and Blue Orbs are the items that trigger Kyogre and Groudon's Primal Reversions, but unlike Mega Evolution, when the Pokemon is sent out, it will instantly undergo Primal Reversion. If the Pokemon is holding its respective item, it will, without an option, transform. The Jade Orb is still a key item, as Rayquaza's quote-unquote primal form is actually a mega form, so it gets the Rayquaza instead. Primal forms look like a more reckless form, which makes Rayquaza mega evolving seem more in tune with its power than Kyogre and Groudon. Precipice Blade is a base 120 physical ground attack with 85% accuracy. Origin Pulse is a base 110 special water attack with 85% accuracy as well. And Dragon Ascent is a base 120 physical flying attack with 100% accuracy, but with each use lowers your defense and special defense. Choosing between Earthquake and Precipice Blades is like choosing between Surf and Hydro Pump. It's a pretty viable move. Origin Pulse is just a slightly more accurate version of Hydro Pump, which I think should have had a base power of 120 like the other two signature moves. And Dragon Ascent is pretty much a flying version of Close Combat. Just imagine a Mega Rayquaza with Dragon Ascent, Outrage, V-Crit, and Extreme Speed. At this point, Mega Rayquaza is easily the strongest Pokemon in existence. ProjectPokemon also conducted various tests on these primal Pokemon. The different heavy weather conditions can actually override each other, giving the last one to summon the weather the one with the upper hand. Cloud9 and Airlock, being weather countering abilities, still actually have use in these new heavy weather conditions. While they don't override the weather itself, it nullifies its effects. For example, a Golduck with Cloud9 can hit through the extreme sunlight and hit Primal Groudon with water attacks. It has also been revealed that Primal Reversion does not affect Mega Evolution, as in you can have both a Primal Pokemon and a Mega Pokemon on your team. In fact, you can apparently have more than one Primal Pokemon. Just imagine a triple battle where you send out Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon, and Mega Rayquaza. But just remember that they may have added a limit on it in the final games. Further hacking reveals that there are two more games after Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire that can display the blue pentagon. In other words, there may be two more games left in Generation 6, which I find very possible to be two X and Y follow-ups with two new Zygarde forms. But a lot of people are speculating that it may be Generation 1 remakes for their 20th anniversary. If you guys haven't been able to do so yet, be sure to check out the Delta Emerald tees. Unfortunately, other YouTubers have been copying our designs and reselling it, but I just want all of you to know that this is the original shirt and campaign for the Delta Emerald tees. Those who purchase the copied Delta Emerald tees won't receive their shirts in time for Auras, but our campaign was launched much earlier, and these shirts will arrive before the release of the new games. And that way, you'll be able to enjoy it with your copy of Auras without being left behind. But on a more positive note, we just passed half of our goal, so I appreciate everyone who's been supporting this. You guys have been a big help. You can click the shirt on screen or click the link in the description to go to its page. But anyways guys, that's it for this coverage video. Be sure to drop a like if you're hyped about Auras, especially with it being under a month away, and let me know your thoughts on these leaks so far in the comments below. There's a ton of more Auras leaks to cover over the next few days, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out.